Hello. I am really moved by what I don't know if I started at hello first or not because the system is so slow here, but I'm really moved by what I have said from the last session we had when we talked about those different voices and those sounds that we've been hearing, why some speak, and tolerate verbal pain. But today I really want to kind of take just a few minutes out of my me time to kind of talk to you about this particular message that you can see there, emotional witchcraft attachments. We got to talk about this. I was looking at my comments from my last video that I did back, I think in 2011, where a gentleman asked me a question about the man in the black hat. The man in the black hat is generational and it continues to follow women and men, and it has a tendency to want to put fear in people, and it just stands there at the foot of the bed, and send fear or just look at you. Sometimes they say it comes and stand. Don't get me started. I wish the devil would try. I'm not going to sit there or lay there and you try to send fear in me. I'm going to get up and make sure you go back to the dry place which you came from. But many of us are dealing with this man in the black hat that comes at the foot of the bed. And many of the kids are dealing with this because it's generational. And so, but those who are blood bought, we got all power and all authority to destroy the works of this devil. And so today, I just want to kind of look at my PowerPoint here. I was ready to pull it out to talk to you briefly because I'm going to upload after this session. I'm going to upload and please look for it. And please let other women and men listen to it. It's called emotional attachment. I think I did it back in, I don't remember, 2011, 12, one of them. I don't remember, but I look for it and it's not on here. It's not on my YouTube channel here. So I was led to go ahead and prepare it and upload it. I'm going to upload it right after this. But I wanted to give you a prelude into it so you can hear what Abba was saying to me because I'm looking at, I don't want to preach, because I'm looking at when I looked at the news last night and this woman and the family knew the girl was going through it. The man worked for the fire department, supposed to be a chief or something, assistant chief or something, work at the fire department, and then killed his wife. And, the baby in there hollering. And, we don't get me started. But I want to talk about these women who are emotionally attached to relationships that is not from God. It's just not even God in the midst. It's nothing but flesh. And so I don't want to get ahead of myself because I want you to pay attention to, because further on, sometime in June, end of June or July, I'm going to be bringing a series of women who have been blood bought and are seasoned to talk to some of these women. Hopefully they'll listen. We're going to be doing the Titus 2 movement again because we got too many of our sisters dying. Too many who are not paying attention that it ain't nothing but a feel-good moment. I don't want to preach. We got to think again about this matter. And so this is what was ministered to me when I began to think about emotional attachment. Been there, not being beautiful like a whole bunch of you watching me, not having a Coke bottle shaped like a whole bunch of you watching me. But men know what to pull on in the emotional realm to see whether or not if they can work that thing. I know I'm talking to somebody, especially who are sexually driven. And this is what was spoken to me to come on and give you this section now, because I'm going to come back with part 2 next week when I talk about what we were talking about on part 1 last week about why some speak, and tolerate verbal, pain. But I want to talk primarily right now to you about this issue that many are calling their wives or their husbands It ain't nothing but sexually driven. This is what the Lord, now this is in my time when I'm meditating and asking God questions. And this is what he spoke to me. He said, give that today and follow up on part 2 of the verbal pain next week. But they need to know this now. They're dying. You know, these women are dying. These girls are being sexed up, sex trafficked, right in their own house by their own peers, by their own church members, the whole 9. And we have a church on Facebook, and we have been trying to draw people into the church, the infected church. We don't want to leave that out. I want to just talk to the woman or the man who will take a minute just listen to me. You need to share this. You need to share it, because it sure ain't for no numbers for me, because if it was numbers, I'll be waiting for somebody to talk to me. I'm talking to you because you can look at one of the reasons why I'm going to talk and I ain't going to shut up. You can call it old message, new message, now message, next message, whatever cliche you want to call it. But people are dying. Not only are they dying from the virus, but they're dying right now from thinking that it's God sent. It ain't nothing but a hell bent sent. Lord, I don't want to preach. Hell bent sent. And so here we go. This is what he said. He said, there's a distinct, now this is how I know he wanted me to do it, because he said right now, there's a distinct difference. Let him know. There's a distinct difference in being in love with someone and choosing to test them for the genital emotional connections versus just, making sure that you're emotionally, coming together. He said emotionally being erotic in your love making for each other's sexual appetites and soul ties. I wrote it down, and that's why I'm here. My God, I know I'm talking to somebody. Been there. It had to fit right. It had to feel right. And then I said, you're going to be my man. I know I'm talking to somebody. I had to see whether or not if you did the oral sex right, to make sure that if we're going to connect, to see if you know how to do that right, if you're going to be my man. I know I'm talking to somebody. Same thing. Bro have to see if you're going to do him so it can be like it need to feel. If you're going to do me, so I can see if you're doing it right, so I have to go outside this marriage and keep getting her to do it right. I know I'm talking to somebody. Let me sit back on that. You can look at me hard. You can look at me soft. I'm gonna keep it real. That's why it's called Sessions Too Real. Anyway, and then he went on to say, go ahead and talk to them about that you're gonna bring on your spiritual dad, and we're gonna have a little chat for Father's Day. I'll bring my spiritual dad on. And we're gonna talk about, me and him just had this conversation yesterday about how he said people don't realize, daughter, that oral sex is from hell, and they don't understand that this is a perverted action, and we say the bed is undefiled. I don't want to get into the whole session me and him gonna have right together, but we'll get into it when you hear him and me talking about the matter, okay? But how oral sex can give soul ties in the realm of same-sex attraction. All I can say is you gotta be available to hear that as we begin to go forward. Let me see what else I wrote down. Okay, so anyway, we got that coming up, and I'm going to be doing some series of women. It's going to be talking about, like I said, the Titus 2 movement, about what's going on with all these women dying. Let me get on straight on to this message and he want me to share here with you in regards to, let me see, this mouse is being delayed, my PowerPoint. Okay, here it is. I don't know what all this other stuff on here is. I can't see, but I'm praying that you got a pen, write it down, and please share the chat. Let's get straight into the emotional attachment part, but I'm not going to go into a whole, whatever you do, listen to part 2, which is going to be the emotional attachments. Look for emotional attachments. I'm going to try to put the link down in here, but I'm going to also upload it. Once I upload it, I don't think I need to do the link. You just look for the upload. Okay, it's going to say emotional attachments, part 2, emotional attachments. Okay, so we're talking about emotional witchcraft right now. So emotional witchcraft is talking about how many people are getting with people, from a PowerPoint is saying, from intellectual, or platonic types of relationship. Now, these are where they're very flattering, they're very analytical, they're very smart, they're ones, and we want that. But what are you doing with that as far as sexually? How is it drawing you? So intellectual, very platonic. These are words that give you flattery, these kind of control gifts of your mind, and it's also One where people tend to try to merge in their prophetic lies, where they're trying to tell or look into your future, like they say in the realm of the world, where they're trying to read you, where you are, where you headed. You know, they want to always be around so they can read what's going on with you in the emotional realm, so they can attach to you to see how to handle you, you know, how to get you to deal with you in realms that you may be weak in, so they can see how they can take you to the bit hell where they are. I don't want to preach. I'm trying to slow it down. Let me get some water. Okay. See, I'm not gonna be talking loud anyway. Okay, let me do another tone so I can make sure I can really get through it. Because the devil don't want me to do this here, so I'm gonna calm it down. So anyway, so it wants you to control gifts, you know, things like that, and you know, it wants you to have this connectedness. It wants you to have this understanding that they're very prophetic and that God is speaking to them concerning your life and concerning the relationship. You know, so they do this, and it can happen through leadership. It can happen to you through relationships. It don't have to be a man. It could be a woman. You know, it could be people that are drawn close to you through these different types of cliques and associations. You know, it could be a teacher, a friend. You know, it could be even people that are in your church, even your mentor. But we got to understand, what are you tying your emotions to? You know, a lot of this stuff can be witchcraft emotionally. So look at the intellectual, the one with the Greek and the Hebrew and all this fancy way of delivering the message. Because we're in a time right now, we're going to have some practical teaching. People are losing their minds, and the new now teaching is going to have to be that. It's the hour of the teacher. People are losing their minds, and they need to understand that you can come out. Why? Because there is a remnant that's left to talk to you and tell you the naked truth. That yes, you are still working in the flesh. Yes, you are being rebellious. So we got to get you to understand that this is where we need to be, to get you to shift into the area that God wants you to hear Him, and not always looking for the hand of man and what man can say to you. When you can pray and seek God for yourself. That's what discipleship does. It teaches you how to get with God and have a relationship for yourself. Okay, this is why it's the hour of the teacher. Okay, and then the second thing, number two, is the emotional. Okay, the emotional realm. What it says here is that we deal with this is the part where the witchcraft comes in this emotional realm, where the person begins to attach to you, because once you encounter, whether it's kissing, fondling, primarily kissing because of the saliva in the mouth, kissing and fondling, they come together. But many times these attachments will come in many rounds with people who have not been healed or set free or delivered. Okay, and so one of those, the sexual perversion will come because you don't know where they've been, and they don't know where you've been. They don't know what you like, but whatever there's already in them, guess what? You're gonna know it because it's gonna start wearing on you. You know, for some reason you want to start masturbating. You know, and so here it is. You want to look at pornography for some reason. You want to do this. You know, after you kept your eye gate, now it tends to want to bend to look at these things or to get along with hell in these realms. And so we want to understand why. So it's the emotional part that a person has done that has connected with you, that you kind of got common with the individual or the situation concerning the individual, that you kind of like got in the middle, okay? And so you just want to keep the relationship, so you have this common feeling. And you're also going to have this common type of behavior where they dealing with some anger and bitterness and things like that, because now you done slept with them. Now those issues that you thought that you let go, they coming back up, you know. And now what you were calling love is really perversion, and you know, and then rejection start choking you, because now that person had a level of toxicity of rejection that now has, you know, seeped over into you from the soulish realm because you didn't have sex with them. I don't have time to go through the whole lesson, because I want you to listen to what these people are saying. Please listen. You have to fast forward because there's a full teaching on there. Fast forward, but listen to what the people who are asking questions during my session, what they're saying. And this is what's happening to the women today. This is why marriages are not working. This is the reason why they're breaking up. This is the reason why they're chipping out of marriages. This is the reason why many women don't know why they get up at night and they say they couldn't sleep or they got a headache, but yet they on there chatting or either got the pornography going. When you walk in, it clicks off. I know I'm talking to somebody to sit back on that. Let me take a breath. My God, my God. But anyway, so we got to understand, you know, and as a marriage and a family therapist, over the years, I think I asked God, is there anything else like hell that I missed? Well, how much more do I need to see in hell? Well, he said, it's changing faces every day, daughter. It shifts, especially in those who say that they're saved. It shifts faces. It shifts ways and things that it wants to do with a bunch of intellectualism and ties and collars. It knows what to do. So we get these commonalities and these realms that looks holy. The third one, I think, is very critical. This is where the attachment comes in at. It's the erotic. Mm-hmm. You get very, very sexual. You get very, very moving from all the fornication, masturbation, and all the different situations that has happened in your life that was ugly. Incest. Testimony. All these sexual encounters from other men that you think that when the oil was on you and that was the end of it. But for some reason, you still kind of feel something from molestation, from the rape. You know, I was riding down the street the other day. I was telling somebody about, I was riding down the street and all of a sudden, I don't know, in the street that I was riding down was a street that a family member took me, a member of the family, not a family member, take back, a friend of the family, of one of my family members, took me down that road with a knife in my side. And I had a flashback of I was riding down the road, you know, how you had this flash. And when I had the flashback that I could see him taking me down the road with the knife in my side, saying, if you say anything, I'm going to stab you up and throw you in the ditch. He took me down that road, and I'll never forget that long walk. Didn't know where I was going to be or if I was going to make it out. He took me down a long, long road, put me on a park bench, and raped me repeatedly. Easily, I could have hated men and went on the other side with the same sex attraction. But the devil is stupid and plain crazy because God knew that he could trust me with this, like I'm talking to you right now. So why did I bring that up? Because many of you are dealing with erotic situations, things that give you flashbacks. But when that flashback came, I almost let the wheel go and say, oh my God, you somebody big and bad. I still got my mind and sound, and I can move and have my being in you. I just hollered and just said, God, I love you so much. I thank you that you kept my mind, that you kept me strong, that I didn't get no diseases or anything. You're somebody big. You're just so amazing. You're so supernatural. You're so sovereign. For such a time as this, for me to talk to those who will listen. Because these sexual encounters, whether it was good or bad, guess what? These attachments, these things, if they're not dealt with, from if you were in prostitution, whether you were sex trafficked, whether it was incest, whatever it was, it's going to have to be dealt with. And many of them things that we think that we can get oil on us, that's the end of it, they're going to have to be cast out of us. We got to get with somebody who is seasoned and blood bought in deliverance to cast that hell out of us. Because many of us thinking that it's sleep when it's still alive. It's still waking up when it wants to and having its way with you. This is why we're doing these things erotic in relationship that we think that they're our spouses. This is why we're accepting these things. Let me move on to the next slide real quick so I can get off here and upload that. So how do you know? Okay, because I'm going to get off here. So how do we know? Well, one thing you know, that's why I'm telling you, look at that. Secrets is one reason why we stay in this trap. Okay, ignorance, we come in agreement, our eye contact, our gifts, our covenants, submitting to wrong leadership, wrong relationships, getting in marriage and bondages and covenants with people that we say that are in relationship. I don't care if it's just a sister girlfriend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, whatever you want to call them. Okay, your soul could be in bondage because of spiritual ignorance. Okay, sounds hard, but it's real, real, real. I gotta go. Anyway, I think I've been on here too long. I want to give you an opportunity to listen to this emotional attachments. Okay, listen to it, share it. Most importantly, make sure you heed to what I'm saying. Let me make sure I say what I was necessary to say right now. that Daddy wanted you to know on this lesson here. Okay, okay. I said all that about that. Let's see what this next slide say, because I can't go through the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, talk about the obsessiveness of your thoughts, your conscious life, the unconscious life, bringing your soul into spiritual bondage. Its ultimate goal is to devour you, to halt your destiny, to cause physical and emotional pain, so that you can take those words that's spoken over you, such as calling you B's and H's, and you know, you're a liar, you're a thief, you're a cheat. Now remember, these spirits don't have no gender. Okay, so let's just remember, we've got to fight here. There's at least 5 ways that they're going to try to come and take you into bondage. Like I said, it's going to take your spirit in spiritual bondage. Okay, and you look at 2 Corinthians 11 and 20, and look at a whole bunch of the scriptures out there. I don't have time to go over them right now. Just flying around here. I got to try to kill it. Oh, sorry. I'm just watching. I don't know, mosquitoes. But anyway, be blessed. Share the tape and making sure that you please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, thumb down. Don't matter. You already know. I'm going to keep it real, real, real anyway. And I ain't going to shut up, because Daddy God's been too good to me to let me sit back and take all this to heaven that he's given me. Much is given, much is required, and I ain't scared of the devil. We'll talk soon. God bless you. Thank you for joining me. Let's see if anybody on here that may have been saying something, if I got a minute to respond. Let's see. I was trying to read with PowerPoint all that time. Okay, who's that? Oh, hi there, Pastor Bonnie. Thank you. I am so glad that you had a chance to come on. God bless you. I am going to get off. Don't forget to watch that tape. I'm going to do that video. Emotional attachment. Love you.